Deb has been a tireless advocate for literacy initiatives, and she's been really instrumental in building our literacy program in the high school, which has grown exponentially in the past few years. Over the past few years, we've hosted almost 30 school districts from around the state and around the country, in fact. And while they come to see different things, the one presentation they walk out of every time and are just awestruck is that of the literacy department and what Deb puts on. Deb has been the key ingredient to breaking traditional barriers that have often hamstrung high schools with regards to programming and literacy. What started as 3 intervention courses a few years ago has ballooned to, I think, over 16 different types of courses. This presents a scheduling challenge, but it drills down to exactly what students need in their journey through literacy. Deb works with a team of specialists, and she has been the longest serving of the group. She is the research guru of the group, constantly reading, even passing me books occasionally to give me some assignments. I will tell you that if you want something done near perfection, you want it done timely, and you want it done well, give it to Deb Brossard, and that's what you will get. I would also add that Deb has been instrumental in closing achievement gaps that have traditionally plagued schools, and with some pretty incredible success rates. I'm proud to stand up here and say that in our literacy programming, race doesn't matter. It does not matter, and that's quite an accomplishment to be able to say, and that's really a testament to all of her hard work. And I would end on the notion of hard work. She's not a reading specialist. It's kind of like having 2.5 or 3. She does not know what an 8-hour day is. Frankly, she doesn't know what a 12-hour day is because it's way, way beyond. So I'm pleased to be here with Deb today, and I would like to introduce you to her. Deb.
And I told Mr. West if we had a Principal of the Month nomination, he certainly would be at the top of the list. I was to share a few words with you today to help you get to know me better as a successful teacher. First of all, I need to let you know that I'm kind of an import to Beloit. We moved here in 1984, so I'm pleased that we've been citizens here since my tenure began with the School District of Beloit. And this is my 30th year. I started when I was 12. You don't believe that, do you? As a former speech-language pathologist, I'll try to keep this brief and to the point. My journey as a professional educator is kind of in 4 phases. My phase 1 began in 1984 when I was hired as a speech-language pathologist on the front lines at McGlennigan School. I was hired by a special ed director who said, "We have a few challenging parents for you." And that was certainly not far from the truth. So I began my career and with the students with very significant needs at McGlennigan School. I was honored by this organization many years ago at the beginning of my career by Harriet White and Booker Street. And they nominated me for my work. With my husband, we developed augmentative communication systems for the students at McGlennigan. Think about the technology today and the devices we developed many years ago, 30 years ago, were like boat anchors. So you can imagine how far technology has brought those students. Phase 2, in the early 90s to 2005, for approximately 13 years, I was a program support teacher for special education and in the area of speech and language. I became interested in adolescent literacy at that time and pursued a second master's in reading as my own son matriculated through the grades and landed at Beloit Memorial High School. As a parent, I saw firsthand the literacy demands of a high school and the need for helping our adolescent students comprehend complex and sophisticated text. Phase 3 was in about 2005 to 2007. I returned to the therapy setting. I landed at a preschool. I was at Head Start and wanted to make that transition, hoping that I could make a transition into the reading literacy department with the district. And I quietly finished my reading specialist certification by 2007 and I accepted a voluntary transfer to Beloit Memorial in January of 2008. My dreams of being a reading specialist at the secondary level were realized. Phase 4, Dr. Johnson came aboard at the high school, and the last 3 years have just been a whirlwind of activity. The planning the year before, as he began his tenure at the high school, 2010 to 11. I'm fortunate to work with a team of fantastic ladies. They should be here today as well. They deserve the honor. Our colleagues at Beloit Memorial High School, we do whatever it takes. We've raised the bar, but we have supported students so they could rise to the challenge. And I thank you for this honor, and I'm humbled by the attention.